Chapter 5 Daddy Longlegs. Wednesday. Dear Daddy Longlegs, I've changed my name. I'm still Jerusha in the college, but I'm Judy everywhere else. I wish Mrs. Lippett would use a little more ingenuity about choosing babies' names. She gets the last names out of the telephone book. You'll find a bot on the first page, and she picks the Christian names from anywhere. She got Jerusha from a tombstone. I've always hated it, but I rather like Judy. In the future, please always address me as Judy. Dinner bell, goodbye. Friday. What do you think, Daddy? The English instructor said that my last paper shows an unusual amount of originality. It doesn't seem possible, does it? Considering the 18 years of training that I've had? The aim of the John Grier Home is to turn the 97 orphans into 97 twins. You know, Daddy, it isn't the work that is going to be hard in college. It's the play. Half the time, I don't know what the girls are talking about. Their jokes seem to relate to a past that everyone but me has shared. I'm a foreigner in their world. It's a miserable feeling. Nobody here knows that I was brought up in an asylum. I told Sally McBride that my mother and father were dead, and that a kind old gentleman was sending me to college, which is entirely true. If I can turn my back on that and shut out the memories, I think I might be just as normal as any other girl. I don't believe there's any real difference underneath. Do you? Anyway, Sally McBride likes me. Yours ever, Judy Abbott. Nee, Jerusha. 25th October. Dear Daddy Longlegs, I'm in the basketball team, and you ought to see the bruise on my left shoulder. College gets nicer and nicer. I like the girls and the teachers and the classes and the campus and the things to eat. You only wanted to hear from me once a month, didn't you? And I've been peppering you with letters every few days, but I've been so excited about all these new adventures that I must talk to somebody, and you are the only one I know. I promise not to write another till the middle of November. Yours most loquaciously, Judy Abbott. 15th November. Dear Daddy Longlegs, you've never heard about my clothes, have you, Daddy? 6 dresses, all new and beautiful and bought for me, not handed down from somebody bigger. Perhaps you don't realize what a climax that marks in the career of an orphan. You gave them to me, and I am very, very much obliged. It's a fine thing to be educated, but nothing compared to the dizzying experience of owning 6 new dresses. Miss Pritchard, who is on the visiting committee, picked them out. I have an evening dress, pink silk, and a blue church dress, and a dinner dress of red with oriental trimming, and another of rose-colored, and a grey street suit, and an everyday dress for classes. I suppose you're thinking now how frivolous and shallow she is, and what a waste of money to educate a girl. But, Daddy, if you'd been dressed in checked ginghams all your life, you'd appreciate how I feel. Latest War Bulletin. On Thursday, the 13th of November, Hannibal routed the advance guard of the Romans and led the Carthaginian forces over the mountains into the plains of Casilinum. 2 battles. Romans repulsed with heavy losses. I have the honor of being your special correspondent from the front, J. Abbott. P.S. I know I'm not to expect any letters in return, and I've been warned not to bother you with questions. But tell me, Daddy, just this once. Are you awfully old or just a little old? And are you perfectly bald or just a little bald? 19th December. Dear Daddy Longlegs, you never answered my question, and it was very important. Are you bald? I have it planned exactly what you look like, very satisfactorily, until I reach the top of your head, and then I'm stuck. I can't decide whether you have white hair or black hair, or sort of sprinkly grey hair, Or maybe none at all? Would you like to know what color your eyes are? They are grey. And your eyebrows stick out like a porch roof. And your mouth is a straight line with the tendency to turn down at the corners. Oh, you see, I know. You are a snappy old thing with a temper. Chapel bell. 9:45 p.m. I have a new unbreakable rule. Never to study at nights, no matter how many written reviews are coming in the morning. Instead, I read books. I have to, because there are 18 blank years behind me. You wouldn't believe, Daddy, what an abyss of ignorance my mind is. The things that most girls with a properly assorted family and a home and friends and a library know by absorption, I have never heard of. For example, I never read Mother Goose or David Copperfield or Ivanhoe or Cinderella or Bluebeard or Robinson Crusoe or Jane Eyre or Alice in Wonderland or a word of Rudyard Kipling. I didn't know that Henry VIII was married more than once, or that Shelley was a poet, or that George Eliot was a lady. I had never seen a picture of Mona Lisa, and I had never heard of Sherlock Holmes. Now I know all of these things and a lot of others besides, but you can see how much I need to catch up, and it's fun. I have 4 books going at once. Just now, they are Tennyson's poems, and Vanity Fair and Kipling's Plain Tales and Little Women. 10 o'clock bell. This is a much interrupted letter. Sunday. The Christmas holidays begin next week, and the trunks are out. The corridors are so filled up that you can hardly get through, and everybody is so bubbling over with excitement that studying is getting left out. I'm going to have a beautiful time in the vacation. There's another freshman from Texas who is staying behind, and we are planning to take long walks, and if there's any ice, learn to skate. Then there's still the whole library to be read, and 3 empty weeks to do